looks sick. I'll take her to nursery.
You haven't got enough time. She's still asleep. Anyway, don't want to let her out of my sight.
Now listen, you go back to bed. I'll tell Roy you're not well.
I'm not.
You'll understand. You were off your head yesterday.
Hardly slept. My stomach's still churning.
I can ring the doctor for you. Make an appointment.
No, I'll be all right. Why do you think Brenda said all those things?
Because she's bitter and twisted.
I can't believe how angry she was.
I know I'm not best real father, but Neil didn't take any part in her life.
He never laid eyes on her.
Whereas I love her. She might as well be mine.
I know.
Let's forget it. I'll see you later.
Oh, Todd, if you see my mum.
Yeah, she's bound to have heard something. I'll tell her it's all sorted now. Everything's fine. You sure you're okay?
Yeah.
There you are, love. So where's Sarah? She's late.
Look, give her a chance, Sarah. It's only just gone 8 o'clock.
I just wanted to let you know Sarah's not coming in today. She's not very well.
Do you mean she's going to be off work again?
Well, that's understandable under the circumstances.
What circumstances? Nothing happened.
The child was missing all day.
She was with her grandmother.
We didn't know that.
Yeah, and Father Christmas. You're having the time of her life.
Well, we weren't.
I feel sorry for that poor kid having to be tied to mother's apron strings all day.
Something wrong? Only I heard there was a problem.
It was a misunderstanding.
Yeah, another excuse to have time off work. She didn't half swing the lead, that lass of yours. When I were her age, I were in a factory.
You didn't have a baby to look after, Vera?
No, I didn't.
I don't suppose there's anything I can do.
No, thanks, we're okay. Everything's fine.
I saw you talking to him out the window, so why don't you just admit it?
Because it wasn't Nick I went out with.
So tell me who it was then.
Why, you don't even know him?
Well, I might do.
You're liable if you do. It's dead boring.
I don't believe you.
Look, the only person you're going to believe is Nick, so go and ask him. Yeah, pay for that while you're at it.
That's 35, please.
So is that a yes?
What's the hurry?
Well, what's the reason to wait? I'm crazy about you, I enjoy your company, and you're fantastic.
Is that all?
Well, it's a start, so we might as well...
See how it goes.
solve some of your problems.
Problems? I don't have any.
What's put a smile on her face?
Oh, usual thing, you know. She's gorgeous, she's fascinating, she's taken time off work, and she's in love.
With you?
Yeah, with me.
Hiya.
Oh, you're home. Do you think you can walk in just like that?
I've come here for a purpose.
What, you mean you ain't come to your senses yet?
I will when you will.
Well, we're not going to get far with that attitude, are
Well,
we?
it's your choice.
Hardly.
Dad, I knew you'd come back.
I ain't come back. I'm sorry.
Aren't you staying?
No.
You don't want to?
I do. It's not Craig that's stopping me.
No one's stopping you. I don't know what you're fighting for.
Ask your mother.
Don't try and put all this on me.
Look, I ain't come here for another row. I've come to tell you that I'm moving my stuff into the flat above streetcars.
What?
It'll be fine. You can come and see me there.
I don't want to. I want you here.
It's better if I'm on my own for a while.
No, it isn't.
Whatever you do, we'll put up with it, won't we, Craig?
I'm putting up with it and all, you know. I'll get a key cut. I'll bring it back later. Look, you can come and see me there any time you want, mate. OK?
No.
I'm sorry, mate.
School. Get your books.
Harry?
We're closed.
Yes, I know. 11 o'clock at the factory. Don't be late or we're going without you.
I thought Mrs. King would have had the service somewhere near her.
Well, it's the church where Preston was christened. It's not far from the country club, which means we don't have to wait too long before we get a little drinky.
I don't think that's a very respectful thing to say.
What do you mean? Preston used to like to see his friends with a glass in their hand. Oh, and on the way past, give Fred a knock, will you?
There's no need. That man's punctuality personified.
Yeah, give him a knock.
Roy, get a move on, love. We haven't got all day.
Vera's in charge of your order.
Yes, and I've only got one pair of hands. You won't die of starvation if you have to wait a bit.
Would you care if we did?
No. The only member of this workforce doing out. The boss is chatting to customers and the dog's body's off sick.
So you don't think going to the flat would be a good idea?
Well, I believe she's resting.
Yeah, she's resting. I'm slaving. What's new?
Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, and thank you, Sarah. She's always messing me around.
Vera, will you shift yourself? We've got to get back to work.
I wanted to apologise again. I mean, I got carried away with this notion of Santa Claus, and he loved all that when he was little.
Well, I'm sure Sarah understands that there's no further need for apology.
Well, they are to me. Mind blow. I don't know. Here, mash your own spuds. I'm up to my neck.
Hey, do we get any money off for this?
Oh, ask him.
You're right. Sarah won't want any visitors today. I'll come back another time.
I think that's be best.
Oi! You mash, I eat. Where? Get off.
Hello, Gail.
Hello?
How's things?
Fine.
You see much of Bethany?
No.
I see her all the time now. She can't get enough of me.
Can't she?
Well, at that age, they instinctively know who loves them.
It took you a long time to acknowledge she existed.
She was kept away from me.
Only because that's what you wanted. You could have been involved from the start.
No, I couldn't. I was never invited into Bethany's life. I should have held her when she was born. I should have watched her grow. I've missed so much.
She always had me. She lacked for nothing.
Well, she doesn't talk about you anymore. She's learned she can't rely on you. I want her to know that one grandmother at least will always be available for her. I'll never let her down.
You make it sound like she's been abandoned.
Well, from her point of view, she has.
Dinner hour is nothing in the Rovers without you.
Can't close the shop.
I get Dev to take over.
He's out again. Gone to pick Maya up.
He'll soon get sick of her.
He won't. They're in love.
Are they now? Well, maybe he wants to bounce her up the aisle. I mean, if he plays his cards right, he could have her married before we are. I don't mean I'm putting our wedding off. I just mean he could jump the gun.
I suppose he could.
You know, he'd do anything to better us. If they get married, half of Weatherfield be dressed from head to toe in Indian silk. They'd probably hire a golden carriage and a couple of elephants and a selection of B-list gods.
A Hindu wedding's supposed to be a glamorous affair.
And ours will be glamorous as well.
A registry office isn't a temple.
It can be our temple of love.
It's all wrong, Kieran.
Nothing is wrong.
It is. I haven't even got the right clothes to wear. In a Hindu wedding, a bride has 2 saris. One's a gift from a family, the other from her husband's. But what am I doing? I am buying my own.
But that's because my family hasn't got a sari to its name. And your family don't know we're getting married.
Well, if they did, they'd denounce the whole thing.
But they might not. I think you should tell them.
We don't speak.
I know, but maybe this is a chance to change all that. Pick up the phone.
Can't.
You can. Say, hello, I'm getting married. Would you like to come to my wedding?
It's not as easy as all that.
Sure it is. Anybody can do it.
Craig, if you don't go now, you'll be late.
He might come.
He won't, because he didn't expect you to be home at lunchtime.
And what if he brings the key back and I'm not here?
He'll leave it with me.
He doesn't want you to have it.
He'll wait till he sees you, then.
And where's he going to see me?
Anywhere, in the street, in the garage.
He's not there, I've been.
Love, he could be having a key cut right now.
Where?
The cobbler shop in the precinct, the one you pass on the way to school.
Oh, yeah?
2 liver and onions. I'll bring them over.
Right, thanks very much.
Thank me. It's me that's doing all the cooking.
Yeah, thanks, Vera.
We aim to please.
And I aim to keep my bunions confined to barracks. My feet are killing me.
Customers have no need for that information, Vera.
Anyway, what's the matter with her?
I'm not interested.
Oh. Well, go on then. What's bothering you?
Brenda Ferns. Honest, Martin, I could hit her. She was right here, sounding off, telling me how much Bethany loves her.
Yeah, she loves the amount of toys she's buying her.
Well, she's twisting around her little finger.
Look, Beth's not going to forget about the grandma she's known from birth.
She will if Brenda has anything to do with it. She wants me out of the way.
Who cares what she wants?
She sees her all the time. I don't see her at all.
Yeah, well, you will. You and Sarah will soon be friends again.
Ah, so this is where you are, then?
Oh, hiya. You joining us?
No, Martin, I've been waiting at the flat. I told you I was finishing early.
You didn't say but this early.
We were supposed to be having lunch.
Yeah, OK, we can have lunch with me. Here.
Yeah, well, that's not what I had in mind.
Well, I'll cancel my meal. told Martin what I wanted to tell him anyway.
No, you stay where you are. I'll go boil myself an egg.
Sorry?
Forget it. Not your fault, is it?
It was a very moving service. I was very touched by some of the things that vicar said.
I never thought Preston King would shuffle off before me. He was an healthy man in his prime, I say, in his prime.
He was always overweight and he drank too much.
I could match him pound for pound, and there's no wrong with my heart. Mind you, I didn't have the lovely Penny to wear me out.
She weren't lovely enough to sign your cheque.
How you had the nerve to ask her at her husband's funeral?
Business is business.
She told you what she thought of that notion.
Yes, and we all heard it all. She's got a sharp tongue when she needs one.
Well, what was I supposed to do? I've got bills to pay. I couldn't present an unsigned cheque to the bank.
I'm sure that was an oversight on Preston's part.
Yeah, I'm sure too, but I mean, that cuts no ice for the financial institutions. I might as well have presented a sweet wrapper and a cheque that's not signed.
You've a point there.
That money should be in my bank, not Preston King's.
The late Preston King's.
Whatever. Anyway, it's Underworld's money. Talking of which, I better get going. I left Nick in charge. Want to see how he coped.
Nick, I want a word.
I can't talk now.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to.
Candice, I'm busy.
Oh, looks like somebody's gonna get an earful.
Who were you with last night?
It's the song, is that? Do you think he'll know words?
Before his time. Will you just get back to your machines, please?
No, we're gonna sit here and listen.
Might learn something.
Don't you walk away from me. I'm talking to you.
I've got a factory to run.
Yeah? And you're making a fool out of me.
I don't like that, Candice. Live with it.
Oh, she can she? She's only young. She's full of expectations.
Of him? He's all blonde hair and polished shoes.
Just get on with your work, all right?
Yeah, we will, in a minute.
Look, will you stop talking to them? I want to know where I'm standing.
You're standing in my factory.
Mike Baldwin's factory.
And I want you to leave.
You're too tiring, aren't you?
Kids always say that, don't they?
She means he's having an affair.
Are you?
Listen, if you don't get on with your work...
What will you do? Sack us all? Baldwin will have you straight outside that front door.
Candice, I'll talk to you later.
You're not having two of us on the go, Nick.
That's it, love, you tell him.
I know you're seeing another woman. Who is she?
Yeah. Come on, Nicky. Who is she?
Janice, get back on your machine.
Pick me up and put me on it.
Candice, I'm warning you.
You're gonna sack her and all?
It's simple, Nick. Who were you with last night?
My mother.
Oh, come on, Nick, like I'm supposed to believe that,
Believe
Nick.
what you want. I couldn't care less.
What the hell's going on?
Got a minute?
For you? No.
I'm trying to get in touch with Sanida's family to tell them about the wedding.
Tell traditional Hindus that their daughter's marrying outside her religion.
And why not?
Well, the Irish have a Catholic-Protestant divide, so I'm sure that even you can work that one out.
Times have changed, my friend. We've learned how to live together.
I'm sure that Sanida's family doesn't want her to live with you.
Because of my religion?
Well, that'll come into it, but mostly it's because you're a liar. You're untrustworthy and you're a waste of space.
Can I get that in writing?
How's the wedding? Everything organised?
More or less.
They're so expensive, aren't they? I'm surprised you can afford it.
Well, it's not going to be a big do.
Well, it couldn't be on your wages.
But basically, it's me and Kieran and a few friends.
You must be excited.
I am.
Hi.
What did I do to deserve that?
I'm sure you know.
You've embarrassed Anita.
Well, she's marrying Kieran. She'd better get used to it.
Can't I leave you alone for even half a day?
Everything was fine until just before you walked in the door.
Oh, yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah, it was. Look, I had it under control. You can trust me.
I don't trust anyone. I told you that when you first came here.
Right, well, cheers, Mike. That makes me feel really appreciated.
Well, it makes me feel safe, so you could either take it or leave it.
Mike?
Oh, Penny. Well, this is a surprise. I wasn't expecting to see you again today. OK, that's it.
Well, if this is a business matter, I could stay.
Now you can go. Make yourself useful somewhere else.
As you wish.
Close the door.
You're upset about that cheque?
Oh, no, look, no. I do apologise. Fred was right. It wasn't the time or the place.
Oh, that explains why he was so considerate to me afterwards.
He's a polite man. He believes in observing the social niceties of life.
Whereas you just want your money.
Oh, look, I really am sorry.
Well, I'm not. I've been thinking about it. Preston could be difficult at times, but he was an honest man. If he didn't sign that cheque, it was an error. Give it to me.
No, honestly, it can wait.
Well, why should it? You might want to deal with me again.
All right.
Thank you.
You're going to run the business on your own?
Yeah. Preston always got his money's worth out of me. I never had any financial control, but he made sure I knew the rag trade inside out. Besides, there's no one else to take over.
Thanks. Yeah. It couldn't have been easy. Did you ever have any regrets about marrying him?
Intermittently. But from time to time, he regretted marrying me. So it all worked out, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it did.
I'm free now. He can't manipulate me from the grave. For the first time in years, I can do as I please.
Do you mean personally as well as professionally?
Yes, I do. And who knows where that will lead.
Hi, Sarah. Have you seen Nick today? No. Well, has he said anything to you? No? About going out with anybody? I haven't seen him. Well, would you know if he fancied somebody else? I wouldn't know and I wouldn't care. Look, I'm in a hurry.
You're back.
Well, so it seems.
I had an extra short lunch break. You had an extra long one.
And you know why?
Because you wanted to spend time with Maya.
Because I'm the boss. And I decided to spend time with Maya.
She'll tire of you. All of your girlfriends do.
Yeah? Well, you think she'll tire of me before you tire of Kieran?
I'm marrying Kieran.
Yeah, that's right. You are. For some reason, that escapes us both.
I love him.
You hardly know him. And you're totally ignorant to his background.
I know everything important.
So he's told you, has he?
Tell me what?
He wants to contact your family. He'd be trying to wheedle phone numbers out of me.
He hasn't.
Ask him. He has no idea how to go about things. Proves something, doesn't it? Now, what could that be? Oh, yeah. There's a massive gulf between you. As if we didn't already know.
Excuse me, Mr. Baldwin. Mrs. King. Sorry, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, all right, Harry, what do you want?
I've just come to say that I can't clean the factory tonight.
Well, why not?
Well, it's personal reasons. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but I'll work the extra hours tomorrow.
Oh. All right, then, if you must.
Thank you. An excellent service, Mrs. King, and a good turnout.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Do you remember when Preston walked in on us?
I don't know who was more shocked, you or me.
Preston didn't turn a hair.
You never found out?
Not till it was all over, funnily enough.
But he had his suspicions.
Of course.
Yeah, well, maybe we both made the right decision because just after that I met Alma and things were better than they'd ever been.
She was a nice woman.
Yeah, but in the end I was a fool. A stupid, arrogant fool.
You were with her when she died.
Yeah. You were with Preston?
For all the good it did. Look, Mike, I've got to go. There's still all kinds to sort out.
You're right. Well, thanks very much for coming.
Oh.
Will I see you again?
Yes. One way or another, I'm sure you will.
I mean, Nick won't tell me anything except for a load of rubbish. Oh yeah, why don't you ask Gail? A lot of lads confide in their mothers, don't they? Mrs. Platt? Candice, did Nick have a good time last night? At the restaurant?
Well, yeah, we both did. It's nice of him to ask me, wasn't it? It's ages since I've had a good night out. All right, Lily, don't laugh. Hi.
Has he been back yet?
No.
Well, Kev said he finished work a few minutes ago. Maybe he's dropped the key through the door.
Well, he didn't. Look, he said he'd come, so he will.
It's all your fault.
My fault?
If you hadn't been to Katie's flat, then my dad'd still be here.
She's my daughter. I've got to see her.
No one asked her to leave. She could come back if she wanted, but she'd rather be with Martin.
It's not as simple as that.
Yes, it is. She don't want us. Why are you bothering with her?
Craig.
You'd rather be with her than us. No wonder my dad left.
I went to the doctor.
I thought you said you felt better.
I did, but I was a bit worried.
What did he say?
Nothing much, just kept asking about Beth.
She's not sick.
No. He just wanted to know if we could cope with her.
Of course we can. That's obvious enough. What else did he want to know?
How you feel about her?
Did you tell him? As far as I'm concerned, she's my own child.
What if you had another one?
Well, it wouldn't make any difference to how I feel about her.
Might make it a bit difficult for us, though.
Well, we have talked about it.
Thing is, Todd, we've done more than talk about it. He did the test. I'm pregnant.